Good morning, everyone. Today we're talking about how genetically modified technology helps grow more food, but causes big debates. We have three key issues. First, how GM technology increases economic inequality. Second, the ethical controversies surrounding GM foods. And finally, we will delve into the philosophical question of whether humans have the right to design life.
Genetically modified technology has promoted the commercialization of agriculture and enhanced the value and market competition of agricultural products, but it has also increased the socio-economic inequality, led to class divisions, and caused widespread controversy at the level of trade policy. Companies that own the technology can make profits from patents and market monopolies, while small farms and poor farmers are at a competitive disadvantage due to limited access to resources. A 15th study in Mexico reveals that the future of maize biodiversity depends more on farmer practice than on GM import regulations alone. She emphasized that there is a clear disconnect between the GM debate in cities, media, politics, and academia, and the actual situation in the countryside. Simply banning GM crops will not solve the livelihood problems of farmers under the neoliberal agricultural system. In order to protect domestic agriculture, some countries have imposed strict restrictions and regulations on the import of genetically modified products, which further complicates the international trade environment. In addition, grassroots farmers, environmental organizations, and consumer groups are concerned about the risks and the socio-economic inequalities of GM technology. They launched the protests and demonstrations, which requires careful consideration in its promotion and application. While GM technology raises issues of inequality at the economic level, it also triggers significant ethical debates.
Every country and every region have different eating habits. Take our country for example. We have many ethnic minorities, like the Hui people, because they believe in Islam. They believe that pork is unclean, so they never eat pork. GM foods may affect food choices and eating habits in different cultures. For example, Japan loves to eat miso and natto. These two dishes need to be made from traditional non-GM soybeans. If GM soybeans become popular, it may change the production process and public acceptance of these traditional foods. Globalized GM food standards also weaken the diversity of local food culture to a certain extent. Take Mexico as an example. Corn is the core of traditional food culture, especially local corn varieties. However, with the introduction of GM corn, many farmers switched to these GM corns and local corn variety gradually decreased. The gradual disappearance of traditional corn led to a reduction in the flavor and the variety of traditional corn products, such as blue corn tortillas in Mexico. In some cultures, the value of traditional foods and ingredients is crucial, and GM food may be seen as foreign invaders. For example, traditional rice has a profound historical significance in Japanese culture. It is not only a daily staple food, but also closely related to a variety of traditional customs, such as sacrificial ceremonies, tea ceremony snacks. Many Japanese farmers and consumers have reservations about GM rice, believing that it has destroyed the natural and pure value of local rice to a certain extent.
Social attitudes shaped GMO acceptance. Many Europeans resist modified foods, seeing them as unnatural. While America's clear labeling system shows how transparency builds trust. To boost acceptance, we need honest communication about farming practice and food origin. Plus, education campaigns explaining genetic modification's role in modern agriculture. From the perspective of the philosophy of technology, whether such practice should be allowed involves deeper questions.
Transgenic is a kind of genetic modification technology that transfers certain transgenic genes into plants and animals through genetic engineering technology.
thereby to give these organisms new characteristics. This change transcends the natural process of evolution. Genetic alteration can lead to unpredictable results, and this kind of genetic contamination is the core reason why the ethics of GM foods are discussed. Do humans have the right to design life? Do these technologies go beyond the limits of human intervention in nature? Are humans capable of taking responsibility for the unpredictable consequences of interfering with nature? When contaminated genes break the laws of nature, is the resulting chain reaction a disregard for the rights of other life? Like the ethics of technology, culture is wary of genetically modified foods. Food is seen as a gift from nature in many cultures, and genetically modified genes, as foreign invaders, disrupt the balance of harmonious coexistence between man and nature that traditional agriculture values, and top-down transformation is often seen as a challenge to the concept of nature. In religions such as Christianity, GM foods are often seen as tampering with God's creation of life. Judaism and Islam are more concerned about whether such food is healthy and safe enough. Whether humans use technology within a reasonable framework is an area of greater concern for these religions.